Honestly, I am not a fan of waking up early in the morning. But over the years, I have figured out how to wake up early and energetic every single day. And in this video, I want to share with you everything I know about the science and art of waking up early in the morning. People generally fall into one of the two categories when it comes to struggling to wake up early in the morning. Either they struggle to fall asleep in the night or they struggle to wake up easily in the morning. Okay, so it's been a long day, काफी लंबा दिन था आज. I feel like going home and having a nice drink before I sleep. The preparation for waking up early actually starts one night prior. So it's time to call it a day, but before I sleep, there are few things that I always do to make sure that I get good deep sleep for the next 6 to 7 hours. It starts with dimming the lights of your room, putting the phone on silent, decrease the temperature, wear a nice blanket and read something relaxing before I sleep. And of course, the phone is charging. All these small things that we just saw come under a big concept called sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene checklist summarizes all the good habits that you should inculcate in your daily sleeping routine so that you can get optimum sleep in the shortest amount of time. It includes many small but often overlooked habits like sleeping at the same time, avoiding caffeine 4 to 6 hours before sleeping, exercising regularly, having a clean and neat sleeping space which is used only for sleeping and not for eating and doing work, dimming your lights 1 to 2 hours prior to sleeping, avoiding screen time before sleeping, avoiding blue light entering your eyes before sleeping, having a light dinner at least 1 to 2 hours before sleeping, and doing some meditation or journaling to relax yourself just before bed. So if you want to take the first step in improving your quality of sleep, then I will recommend only 3 things. Number 1, sleep at the same time every night. Number 2, have a good winding down activity like reading or chit-chatting with your family or listening to some calming music. And number 3, learn the military method of sleeping. This has helped me tremendously. It involves relaxing all your muscles from head to toe, starting from forehead, your jaws, neck, shoulder, and reaching up to your calves. At the same time, do some deep breathing, 5 to 10 deep breaths, and try to calm your mind by removing all the thoughts that have been crowding your brain. It is almost like performing a short meditation which can put you in a good state of sleep. A popular sleep scientist called Dr. Michael Breus said that we sleep in 4 different sleeping patterns or sleep chronotypes. They can be identified by 4 different animals: the bear, lion, wolf, and dolphin. The bear chronotype wakes up in the morning and sleeps when the sun sets. They are most productive in the middle of the day. Then there is the lion chronotype. They rise before the sun. They are most productive early in the morning, but they feel tired in the evening. I think I belong to this chronotype. The wolf chronotype. They are the night owls. They struggle to wake up early and they hit their peak energy in late afternoon or evening. Last is the dolphin chronotype. They are very light sleepers and they don't have a fixed sleeping patterns. That is why they often feel tired throughout the day. The scientific validity of these theories is questionable, but it is a simple way to observe our own sleeping patterns and, if possible, plan our day and our sleeping schedule accordingly. So if you remember your childhood days, you would recall that it was not that difficult to wake up early in the morning, especially if you had a picnic or a trip with your friends or a family trip planned. I personally would wake up even before the alarm would go off. But now waking up
is a very big problem, especially in our adulthood. That is mainly because it is very easy to wake up early in the morning if you have something fun, important, or meaningful planned out in your day. This is the secret that I've been exploiting to wake up early every single day since many years. Research has shown that if we have a strong reason to wake up in the morning, then we wake up easily and consistently. So let's make a list of things that can potentially help us getting out of bed early in the morning. We can divide these things into 3 categories: important, meaningful, and fun. For example, for me, photography or street photography, outdoor photography is a fun activity. If you ask me, then I will wake up early in the morning to catch a beautiful sunrise, but not for going to the gym. On the other hand, going to the gym is an important activity for me. So I will put it under the important things to do list. I don't particularly like going to the gym, at least not every day, but it is so important for my health that I wake up early in the morning to do it at least 5 days a week. Sometimes I love to wake up early not to go to the gym or to go out with my camera for photography, but to only sit at home and read a nice book. It is neither fun nor important, but it is very meaningful. It helps you get creative ideas, helps you introspect, think and plan about your day and your life. Good morning, guys. One of the most important things to do if you want to get up early and energetic is to get some sunlight into your eyes as soon as you get up. You can do it the lazy way by sitting near a window with a cup of tea and staring into the sky. But one of the best ways to make sure you get good morning sunlight is to come out for a walk or a stretch to your nearby park. Indian tradition teaches us a few important things about how we should start our mornings. For example, Surya Namaskar, which is a combination of stretching with some sunlight exposure because it is done facing the sun when the light of the sun is directly falling on you. Then there is Usha Panna Chikitsa, which means avoiding stimulant like caffeine, tea, coffee, etc. first thing in the morning, but instead having some warm water and calming your mind before starting your day. So it is almost 8 a.m. and I woke up somewhere around 5:30, 5:45. And in the last 2 hours, I have finished my morning walk, sunlight exposure is done, gym workout is done, and now it is time for my first cup of coffee. Walking for just 30 to 40 minutes gives you adequate exposure of sunlight. It helps in decreasing the secretion of melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone secreted in your brain which signals your brain to wake up or sleep. And as melatonin secretion decreases, you start to feel awake. The best way to decrease the secretion of melatonin is to get good sunlight into your eyes early in the morning. And as your day is about to end, you should decrease the amount of light entering your eyes so that your melatonin secretion can increase. In fact, our ancient books also mention the best time to wake up in the morning if you want to feel focused, energized and do creative work. It is called the Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurat starts 1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise and ends 48 minutes before sunrise. And I'm sure that 99% of us will not find it very practical. So I went ahead and I read some research, and there is one study which proves that if you wake up during this specific time of the night, assuming that you have slept well the night prior and followed all the good habits of sleep hygiene, then you are actually more creative and more focused during this specific hour. Interestingly, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is world famous for giving science-backed health advice that has helped millions of people around the world, has a similar take on how you should start your morning. He says that you should start your day with some sunlight exposure. Along with that, you can step outdoors and do some running, some form of exercise, followed by delaying your caffeine intake by 1 or 2 hours after you've woken up, and sleeping and waking up at the same time. I personally am amazed at the level of similarity between things mentioned in our ancient books and what modern science is observing in recent times. As long as we know what we are going to do immediately after waking up, and that activity has some meaning, some importance in our lives, we are more likely to wake up early to finish that activity. If you are confused about which activity can get you out of the bed early in the morning, then try starting with a fun activity.
Compared to our ancestors, we live much more complicated lives today. According to a research, we get up to 35,000 thoughts in our brain every single day, something our ancestors can't even imagine. There is a word for it. It is called evolutionary mismatch.
Evolutionary mismatch means that our brain is still trying to live in the caveman era, and it is struggling to adapt to our modern, urban, post-industrial revolution lifestyle. So if we try to reduce the number of unnecessary decisions that we take in our daily lives, then we can feel less tired and wake up happy and relaxed. So one of the worst ways of starting your mornings is to check social media first thing in the day. It overloads your brain with information and dopamine, and no wonder you feel tired and grumpy throughout the day.
That is why I always try to stay away from social media during the beginning and ending of my day.
So your simple checklist for waking up early in the morning would be: wake up to do something fun, meaningful or important, get some sunlight as soon as you wake up, do some form of exercise as soon as you wake up. I'll pause for a second so that you can take a screenshot. Since it is not practical to pack every information about sleep in a video of few minutes, I will leave you with some book recommendations about the science and art of cheerful early mornings.